Hi everyone, it's Anya here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Crafts. So, I can hear you thinking, what has she got there? Well, actually, this is a book that I went and bought in a charity shop because I couldn't bring myself to use one of my own books. I have read this book, I have to say, and I have been cutting out the pages. Why have I been doing that? Because I needed paper. I wanted printed paper to make roses. So with the Stampin' Up! Spiral flower die, I have now been making lots of roses. And I know I should have probably used the DSP from Stampin' Up, you know, the newsprint DSP, but to be honest, what I wanted to do, I needed lots and lots of paper, and this basically is the cheapest way. This book was £1.50. I've now seen another charity shop where they sell them for 50p, so I'll be getting those next time. But to be honest, I mean, if it's for something at home that you're going to, you know, yourself, or I mean anything really, I think this is good value for money. And like, as you can tell, I've gone quite into the book, so I needed a lot of paper. What I did, I then took the paper, and it was coincidence really. If I folded it in two, it was just big enough. So out of each page of paper, I had 2 flower spirals. Right now, I wasn't doing just 2; I was doing a lot more paper. So when you crank it through your machine, you can do at least 4 pages, so you have 8. I mean, that's a minimum. I think I even did more at one point, but there you go. So I made all this out of this paper, so that's a good tip for you there, using that. And so I ended up with loads and loads of these. I did loads of them. And I then started making flowers with them, and I'm just going to show you how I went about doing that. So you just take any spiral here. I have these tweezers which I've had for a long time, and they're very, very sharp. They're sort of really pointy, and I like them very much. And I just took hold of that and then started rolling. I usually kept my finger like that, but I just want to show you how I did this. And you roll all the way around. You keep on rolling. Now I realise I'm making quite a tight rolled rose here. Okay, so they're quite tight, the ones that I've made. I have made a couple which are wider, so I am planning on making more things with flowers, so do keep an eye out, because I'm now just loosening the bud a bit so I can put some glue here. I have my hot glue gun next to me, and I've just turned it on. I'll see if it's hot enough already. Yeah, some is coming out. There we go. So I've got a little bit of hot glue there. You push it into the flower, and then that should hold everything in there. There. Now, I'm also planning. So I used this spiral die this time, but I also got this one here, this one, and that is the same one as the kit that you can buy in the Spring Summer catalogue. So on the front there's some flowers, and those flowers are made up of these dies. So I have got the thing here, the pack here. I haven't opened it yet, but if you look here, it's exactly the same as those. So I have an endless supply of flowers. When my kit is finished, I'll still be able to do it without. Of course, this is more expensive, but way to do it. But then I'm thinking, if I use this paper, okay, this book isn't big enough, so I'm going to have to look for a bigger book, and I can put loads of pages in one go, so I'll have quite a lot of petals and flowers to work with. So I'm hoping to recreate that next time, so do look out for that video. But what I'm also making is this. Isn't this just gorgeous? I mean, it looks so realistic. This is very vanilla paper, punched out. and that's it, and water. And I'm going to do you a tutorial on this as well, so look out for that. But on to here. Right, now what I haven't shown you yet is the wreath I'm actually working on. Look at this. This has taken me a very long time to do, because you can tell it's actually the roses. I rolled them very tightly, and I realised I should have rolled them wider, like these ones. See, these are much wider. These are much, you know, sort of, yeah. See, this one is the one I've just done. So I'm going to keep these for another tutorial, for another project actually. And I've also got this here. Look, isn't that gorgeous as well? So these, together with the wider roses and the other flowers that I'm going to make with the die, will make a mixed flower wreath. So we'll do that. I'm keeping those for later on. And this flower here, I think I might put on cards and things like that. So watch out, I would say. Lots of flowers coming your way. Well, it is spring soon, I hope. Okay, right, so let's see. I'm bringing in my heat gun here, and I'll just put a little bit of glue on there, and I'll just place it in there. I've been wanting to make this tutorial, but then of course I can't make it until I was at the end of the wreath, because it would have taken ages to film all of this. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to fill up this bit here now, because my cats had a go with my I left them all out overnight on my desk ready to film this today, and I got here in the morning and my roses were all the way into the hallway, into the nearly into our bedroom. So they did have a go. They did have a play in the night. And guess what? I have lost some, because last night these are a bit too wide. It filled up completely. So I shall have to do a few more, and but I'll do that off camera, because it will take just too long. What I did on this side, I don't know whether you can see, I edged the roses with my dauber like this. And I think actually that makes it a nice, so it gives it a little bit of colour. Otherwise it might be a little bit, you know, plain. So it does give a little bit of colour. Now I can't remember whether I used Rich Razzleberry or Blackberry Bliss, because I have been doing this for quite a few evenings now while I was watching TV at the same time as doing it. So that gives your wreath just a little bit of colour. I could have also done leaves in between, but hey, that's for another project. So, as spring is on its way and Valentine is coming our way as well, this would be an ideal way to make a nice wreath. I hope that I've given you some ideas about this paper. You don't always need expensive paper to do things with. This is just made with my book here, which I got from a charity shop. So if I notice that you order the spiral flower die, I will send you 5 cards to use. I can't send you the wreath obviously, because that's going to go on my wall. But yes, I'll send you some cards as inspiration for your other ideas that you might have. So if you do go ahead and order the spiral die, I will send you some cards. And do please go and have a go at crafting with old books. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to finish this in a moment, and then I'll put some pictures online as well. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.